Virgo, you are going into a phase of brightness, especially if you've been going through the dark. But let's take a look at what that really means for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Virgo. Let me say, whatever your placement is where Virgo is in your chart, there is going to be a heightened area. So if you know your chart, take a look at where Virgo is. It's going to be brightening up and then starts in the month of January. A lot of really positive energy is coming through for our Virgos, and it is way overdue for a lot of you, and some of it just feels like it's the absolute perfect timing. The overall energy for you, then we'll look at your foundation, we'll look at your family, friends, romance, a card for the month, and the guided message at the end. But the overall energy for you is the World card. This is opening up to the world and sharing. And some of you are going to be feeling it's time to be vulnerable, to put yourself out there in front of the world stage, actually standing on a world stage for some of you. Now, you may have been going through a lot of shadow work, a lot of the spiritual awakening is very, very deep, and it goes into a lot of different directions, but there is a phase where we just feel kind of stagnant. There's a phase where we feel kind of in a low vibration and we have to pull. That's what it feels like on a rope. We're pulling ourselves up. If you want to know more about that, especially if you're an empath, subscribe. I'll put the link up here for my Substack, but subscribe for the podcast that's coming. This is a beautiful time for you to realize you were meant to be in a spotlight for some of you. Now, that doesn't mean public speaking for all of you. Some of you, yes, and some of you, this is writing. This is putting your work out there. It's presenting yourself to the world, whatever it is that you do, whether you are retired, a stay-at-home person, you work underneath a corporate umbrella. It's taking all of your energy and putting it into something and saying, here you go. Here you go. All right. So if you are under the corporate umbrella, you're going to do your work even better. You're going to move forward with such ease and such grace, which is how I see Virgo. For me, that's how I always see Virgo, with elegance, grace, and style. And this is not going to change, but it's going to be a better version of you. All of that hard work is going to pay off starting in January, and it's going to be with you throughout the entire year. So let's take a look at your foundation, because that's a lot right there in itself. That's almost a whole reading right there based on everything that you've been through. When it comes to your foundation, you have the Magician card, you have Temperance, and you have the Prince of Pentacles. So let's start with the Prince. This is opportunities coming into you. This is feeling like things are starting to finally pick up and go your way. You've been manifesting this for a really long time, and you've been patiently waiting, wondering, when is it my turn? Brightness from the dark. That's what I'm talking about. And it's actually, everything is coming like this, little at a time, and it's like in the shape of the world. So when I see the vision, I see the whole globe. So some of you are going to be known. All right, if you are looking for an opportunity to make money, you're going to do it. And again, it's by showing the difference of, it's setting yourself separate from the rest. Remember, the people who are successful in life, they have to be a little bit different, because if you have 500 people applying for a job, let's just say that, I hate to say that, but we'll use that as an example. If you have 500 people trying to apply for a job and they're all the same, how do you pick? But that one that stands out, that's you. That's what I'm talking about. This January, you're going to stand out. Some of you are going to get a promotion because you're standing out. Because of everything you went through, now you're authentic in who you are, and you're like, take it or leave it, okay? If you don't like it, adios muchacho, goodbye, okay? And you're going to move forward. And some of you are creating this platform that is going to be presented to the world. Now, I feel a lot about nutrition, okay? A lot about wellness, energy healing, nutrition, mental. So you may be looking at having interviews with counselors, wellness nutritionists, anything along that idea. If you are going to be in the public spotlight, this is going to do you really well. There's going to be a financial gain from doing that. Even if you're not even trying to, you're going to wind up getting a lot of attention and attraction from that. Some of you have an apology coming in that is really been holding you in that dark that I'm talking about, in that stagnation phase where you never got the closure, you never got an apology. I don't feel it's from somebody who devastated you, but I do feel that it did impact you. It impacted your life, and it may have impacted everybody in your family. There's a reconnection, okay? It may be an actual family member, not a friend, where you've been separated for a while because of somebody was strong-willed, is what I'm hearing. Let us know if that's you. Somebody was strong-willed and they weren't willing to compromise. They weren't willing, and that may very well be you, Virgo, who was doing it. Whether it's you or the other person, this might even be, this portion of the reading might be for your partner or your own children. But there is a sense of rebalance coming in. There is an apology coming in, and it is needed, okay? Now, they may owe you some money. They may owe you something, but that is the beginning where you're going to go through the rest of the year and you'll start little by little interacting with this person. If they owe you money, they'll make one payment, and then next month you might talk a little bit more when that payment comes through, and then the third month you may actually see them, and again the payment comes through. It's like proving themselves to you, or vice versa. Now, I feel that some of you along your journey, you've just been feeling very uncertain. Is this where I need to live? Am I supposed to move? Remember, this isn't a private reading, so maybe not this piece will pertain to you, but let us know if it does. But I'm feeling like a stagnation, like I want to move so bad, but I haven't been able to move. I haven't been able to find the right place. Where am I supposed to go? You're going to get that answer in the month of January. So whether you're trying to put your house up on the market and sell it, I do feel you'll get an offer or an opportunity. It's the starting phase of getting it out there. Others of you, you may actually get the opportunity instantly, almost instantly, because the universe is working with you. All right, the universe, you've been waiting a long time, and now the offer comes in. Some of you, this is relocating into a community. It looks like if you're older, you may be moving into a senior community of some sort, whether this be a subdivision that is geared for people of a certain age, or an actual one building where people have their own apartments. I feel this is going to be really good for a lot of you. Very, very good. Around the moon phase, the full moon, not the new moon, the full moon of this month is going to be very, very healing for a lot of you. If you had some old residue of past memories that popped up, not from Mercury in retrograde itself, but just the combination of Mercury in retrograde and the holiday, because it was all in one. And it was a really different holiday, and we're going to have, from here forward, all holidays will be different going forward. But this was like really memories, a lot of memories of the family that you're not around, the people that you love that you're not around. I just see, Virgo, some of you were really thinking a lot about family. There's going to be a healing energy that's coming through. Again, I feel it will be a little start in January and maybe extending into the first week or two of February for you guys, but it is definitely going to make a difference. For those of you, when it comes to financial investments, I feel some of you are creating a path to wealth. Okay, you can take that as you want. Some of you are like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. And some of you are like, oh gosh, I have enough money to pay my bills. It's going to be different for all of you. You're creating a path to wealth. You are investing in things that are going to give back. I feel that you have gone through a lot of over-investing in one or more, multiple different things that didn't pay off. You may have lost money, especially for those of you on the stock market. Okay, there's something coming through where you're going to get a payout But I feel it's like a residual. This may be an investment that you just don't see any activity. I mean, like I have some that just, I don't get any interest. It just sits there. So it's that maybe you're moving that money or you just did, but there's going to be a return on that investment. So pay very close attention to what's going on around you. This is like a beautiful side of Virgo saying, hey, I got it going on. And Virgos, you are amazing people and you really know what's going on. But this month is going to, things are changing. And it doesn't mean you aren't going to feel a pull of challenge over here or a tug of challenge over here. It means that you're going to be able to get through it and you're going to see it like this. I just see this beautiful connection of mind, body, and soul with our Virgos, especially those of you who felt like your life was stagnant, who felt like you were stuck in that awakening, the dark night of the soul, the darkness. There's beautiful vibration coming in for our Virgos, which is, again, way overdue. Now, if you're still in that cynical mindset where you're saying, oh yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, then this may not work for you, okay? Because this is for the people who are ready to receive, saying, bring it in, okay? Bring it in. I am ready. I am ready. I see it happening. And that is going to be very powerful for you to remember. I hope those words is what you remember out of this entire reading. Allow it to come in. See it coming in. I am ready. All right. Now, when it comes to family and friends, then I'll look at romance and pull the word of the month. And of course, the guided message at the end. You have the Three of Wands. When it comes to family and friends, you may have been planning a trip. And I feel for some of you, it got canceled. It's like, I don't even see the trip has happened yet, but there may be a cancellation, particularly those who were supposed to come in the first, in January. There may be a cancellation of a trip. It may be postponed by a couple of weeks, okay? Some of you, this may have happened around the holiday time, but I'm being shown that it's coming. It hasn't happened. So it could even be a rescheduling where they couldn't come out and now it's being held up again. Whatever this is, this plan, this coming together with this particular family member is going to be very good. Now, if you don't know me, I see it, hear it, feel it, know it. It comes through me. Everything comes through me. I'm a psychic remote viewer, energy healer, Reiki master, and my degrees go super deep when it comes to all of this. But when I look down as past, present, future, and I keep seeing the future, like this has not happened yet, but it's going to be very, very good. And that time while you're waiting is what's really going to aspire you. It's going to help you become creative. You're going to get motivated. You're going to have this really beautiful insights come through while you're waiting for this person, almost like the universe did it on purpose. Like, okay, we're going to hold this up because Virgo's going to get this idea excuse me, this idea, or how to communicate or heal over a broken heart when it comes to this person. I don't feel it's negative. I feel it's going to be very, very positive. Now, some of you, we have this Five of Cups where you may have been mourning this because they couldn't come through, but that really clears up what I was talking about, right? Like they didn't come through, but they're going to. Now, for others of you, I feel that you've really been feeling the tug, especially if it's a mother figure, a parent figure. You're the child, the parent, whichever direction it goes. It might even be your partner who's feeling this energy. But I do feel that there's like it's a mourning of not being around this individual. They may very well be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but this is a pulling of I miss them. I wish we could talk again. And you may have been thinking about them over the last, I'm going to say 5, 6, 7 weeks, where even telepathic communication could have been going through where you're having a conversation with them and not even, nobody's around. And then you go, oh, wait, no, that's not real. But there is real communication to energy, the energy that I talk about. And I used to do energy readings all the time. If you guys want me to bring them back, let me know, put a comment in there. But it's like the shift is going on where Virgo can see clearly. Remember, the overall message is brightness from the dark. So there's something coming through about this individual. Now, I feel, and it's not, they're around, they're just not around you. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Especially those of you where it's a mother figure, a feminine, motherly, nurturing. There's something there that even if you got into a dispute, you were remembering the good qualities of this person. So I do feel a reunion uh, is coming. It's en route to you. It's coming between January, February, and March. All right, that's when I see. So I feel it's in stages where you'll be talking, reaching out. Somebody's gonna. There it is, and there's your communication card. If you didn't know, the cards follow me. I don't follow the cards. This is the communication, and boy, is it going to be beautiful. You guys have a situation coming through that is going to be very powerful. Again, really brightening up your life. All right. There's some clarity going to come through, and it has to do with emotional restriction. All right. You may have been dealing with somebody in your family or a friend where there was an emotional colliding. Okay, you didn't see eye to eye. Somebody manipulated somebody else, somebody made it look like something else. But I feel the emotional bonding, the emotional healing has happened, and that bonding is going to come into play. Everything you've been through, especially if you were apart from this individual, everything you've been through is bringing you to who you are today. And that's who we, all of us, are going to see who you really are. Being vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, and allowing the ego to be set aside so that you can receive whatever the divine is sending you. So it's a very powerful message. Let us know who this person is to you. Don't use their full name, just use their first name or their initials. Okay, I have to pull it if you use a full name. We can't do that. So there's just a very powerful emotional opening in our Virgos when it comes to family and friends. Now, you may feel this very heavy right around the full moon. And if they don't surface in the month of January, remember January, February, March, all right, this is going to be very, very strong. The moon phase is going to show you the way. That's what I'm hearing. The moon phase is going to show you the way. You may have a visual yourself become a little bit clairvoyant, where you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Some of you, it'll come across through message. This is writing. This is mail. This is a package being delivered to you. There's something coming through that is going to be beautiful, and it's going to rekindle love, where I feel there was some emotional manipulation going on. Now, when it comes to romance, I feel some of you are feeling stuck in a relationship you don't want to be with, but you kind of worked your way around it, created a path that works for you, even though the two of you don't really communicate. And I do feel that there is a big change, these two cards, there's a big change coming in. Yeah, you got the heavy card, okay? It's weighing a lot on you because you feel like you do not communicate. There's lack of love, lack of communication, lack of reciprocation for a lot of you in this relationship. And the third card that came out, this is the first card that matches what I said. This is great healing. You could be dealing with a fellow Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, but whatever their zodiac sign is, this energy twist that's coming through that is very positive, bringing the brightness from the dark, it's got the possibility to change this relationship. What comes after the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. This is feeling lack, not getting enough of something from your partner, but the Six of Pentacles is happy, fond memories. So you're moving into a phase of your journey where the weighted energy, although the Ten of Wands is heavy still, this is saying I have enough to put in the investment. I can keep going, but I'm really getting tired of this. I feel like that Ten of Wands that comes next is going to be bypassed, and instantly, within a matter of weeks, if not days, will be turned right into the Ace of Wands. And by February, definitely March, you're going to be feeling like you guys are on the same page, and by spring it's like completely different you, a completely different life. Very, very positive. Now, for those of you wanting a new relationship, I'm excited to see that some of you definitely are getting ready to meet somebody. I'm seeing a car. You may be going on a trip in a car that you own. This is something you've already got planned, but this is a beautiful energy where you're seeking out, investigating, um, speaking out with the Queen of Wands. You could be meeting a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but there's a beautiful gathering between you and this person, just like you meet each other and instantly you start excellent communication. I do feel a lot of you, it could be an air sign, whatever zodiac sign it is, that communication is going to be very bonding, where it's like, wow, we can just talk for hours and hours and hours. And I think this is way needed for a lot of you who are single. And it doesn't mean you're going to rush right into a relationship. It means you're going to get to know this person. You're going to know them probably better than they know themselves. And that won't even work, because if they don't know themselves, you're going to walk away. Remember, the Queen of Swords in the tarot represents a person who has been through hell and back again. This person has learned how to pick themselves up, because the Queen of, if I said Wands, I'm sorry, Queen of Swords has to do it on their own. They don't get help from other people. So you may have had to go through this whole relationship journey, not really having the support from other people, one deadbeat after another, one bad relationship after another. But you've learned and you've become the queen for a reason. Beautiful, or king for a reason. This is beautiful energy. Boy, I really messed that up. King of Swords. This is a sense of authority. Listen to me. I understand where you're coming from. Excellent communication. But if they need to cut it off, they'll cut it off. So you aren't going to put up with a whole lot, because this stance of the King of Swords doesn't come around unless we've healed. Very positive energy, and it does represent an Aquarius. But regardless of their zodiac sign, they're truthful. They may have a different way of presenting it, where they're very, you're more diplomatic and they're not, but you will know that they're telling you the truth. I feel something really positive about this relationship, but you're going to know who it is this quick. And then you're going to get to know them. Now, let's pull a card for you for the month, because again, this is the brightness is starting to show. So let's imagine the dawn. Okay, even though dawn happens different. I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and watch the sunrise so that I could get my kids up out of bed by 5:30, 6 o'clock, right? Now it's like it doesn't rise till 8 o'clock. But the sun is going to rise up and it's going to show you this beautiful new future if you choose to take it. It's up to you whether you choose to take it. But let's pull a word for you. Again, these are words I was guided to create. So let's see what they say, and then I'll give you the guided message. Unseen energy is a word, and vibrations. Vibrations. Unseen energy. This is what I'm talking about. Unseen energy. You can't see everything about them, but you can feel whether or not they're telling you the truth about themselves. For those of you in a family situation, you can feel the vibration of this person that I'm talking about, especially for those of you where you're dealing with somebody you haven't dealt with in a long time. Are their vibes making you feel good or bad? And I don't mean the inner child. You have to kind of like put yourself in a place of grounding, which you know how to do. And if you forgot, just go out and just touch a tree. You know, talk on the phone while you're touching a tree. Okay, you'll stay grounded through the conversation. But this unseen energy of vibrations is what moves us to act or react. Okay, and paying attention to your intuition is going to pull you through situations of unseen energy, whether it be positive or negative. It's going to help you make the right choice. So pay very, very close attention to whoever you deal with in the month, okay, whether it's your current partner or not. So let me bring in the guided message for you guys. Virgo, you are marching along like a soldier, a teenage soldier filled with joy, filled with happiness, because something has changed inside of you. The inner growth has really just blossomed you to where you feel connected to source. You can see the light, you can see the moon, you can feel everything around you, the wind, the air, the beautiful colors of the flowers and the trees. You feel excited right now as you go forward. And if you haven't been, you're about to. Everything you went through is bringing you to this moment of remembering your inner child. And it's the inner child that wants you to dance. The inner child wants you to sing. And the inner child never forgets your connection directly to source. The divine energy that runs through you, around you, and from you. You were glowing as you move forward. And this is your time to have courage, to have the strength, and to move forward fearlessly like a child walking through the field of flowers. Remember, call upon us if you need help, if you feel stuck, if you look up and feel lost. Call upon your guardians, your guides, your angels to help get you reconnected. You're running the show of your life. Everything that happens is your choice. All right, Virgo, I hope that this helps you, and I wish you a wonderful month of January. Much love.